So, welcome back to the Easy Reefers Fisher, where a not so famous but at least notorious reincarnated individual am known for interesting seating positions. Oh, but not for my knees cracking like that. One thing I don't do enough lately, and I'm certainly not known for, is maintaining proper stretching habits. Even my ex-wife got on me about, like, my actual ex-wife. Oh my god. My new pickup line is going to be, "You look like my third wife." Really? How many times have you been married? Twice. But as you know, yesterday I uh, I did the full 240 push-ups. So the AC still isn't fixed. I've been stretching in here, and I thought, hey, these are some pretty nice stretches. I ought to show my people how I do them. And see if that is at least interesting or otherwise entertaining. Maybe person number two can decide whether or not they're going to watch. How's it going, Mr. Conway? Go ahead with it. So, holy shit, my arms look a whole lot bigger than they used to. So first, you cough up phlegm. No, but if you have any phlegm to cough up, you probably want to do it before you get started. Now, you see that one, I guess, in sumo stance. But what you don't see is this lean back. Then into strong stance. And then shifting your weight to help you up from it, because you want to stay into that until your knees feel like they're gonna like turn against you and stab you in your sleep, basically. Now, I like to do this with a cigarette. But because it allows me an impaired hand. Whether it be impaired because of something I'm carrying or impaired because it's injured. Training with an impaired hand is very, very useful. And for me, smoking cigarettes is very, very useful because I got stress issues. I don't know if you've noticed, but news flash, everyone, I have stress issues. So, up from strong stance with a backwards butterfly type maneuver. Okay. And then lean to one side. And from there, I usually do pretty much freestyle it, but I'm trying to remember the way I typically do things. I'm just gonna try to stop narrating and just back up a little bit so you can see. Usually I'll go from one side to the next and just do whatever feels natural. Turn to block before turning my vision for the next opponent. And then occasionally actually working in a fast strike. Medium speed. And what I always end up with is a grab, step forward, sweep out, turn, and then whatever your best planted foot is, work that shit some other time. Right now, you're practicing multi-kick. And try not to knock your ashtray down like I just did. Then, with the other leg, take your sweeping stance again. And then you just recenter. And you can start over again. So that's how I do katas. I haven't been paying enough attention to my legs lately. I struggled on one angle of that kick more than I should have. Although I should have struggled a little because I wasn't willing to do a hand plant for it. I'm not trying to mess up my wrist right now, and I don't really have the space. Anyways. The queen can get involved. That's what I was waiting for. Supposedly, she still belongs to the Order of John the Baptist. So, yeah. What the Queen should do, and I've spent many of my lifetime, many of my lifetimes, many of my lifetimes, advising queens. The Queen should call a quorum. And if passed, should call for a new, more informed and enlightened Brexit revote. I just realized earlier when I tried to cob in the trash can, some got away from me and was on my pants. Isn't that lovely? Now, I have to vacuum my floor. Shit. And now for something completely tedious. Oh, damn it. Something is askew. Okay. I'm trying to hurry this up. Because while I have some great music in my head, you can't hear it. But is anybody in the mood for some acapella? Gots to buzz. Peace, man. Well, peace yourself. Good seeing you, Mr. Conway. 2 viewers, 3 likes. That makes perfect sense. And thanks to everyone who has clicked the like button. Got some good news on the job front. Had a promising interview today. I cannot do an indefinite live stream because of it. And if I wind up having to go, That's because I'm expecting a number of different phone calls this afternoon. Uh, but I should be able to see that pop up and say goodbye right before I do. Anyways, but yeah, definitely had a good job interview today. It lasted 2.5 hours, and I filled out paperwork. So, generally speaking, yep, not gonna fall for that. Great time for another so-called Google business client call. I told those people an awfully long time ago that I no longer sell green eggs and ham because I no longer am Sam I am. Right now I'm just the son of Sam, Yule. But what you don't know is that Samuel or Samuel was a priestess, not a prince. But that would certainly ruffle a lot of feathers. Oh, you can't talk about stuff like that. To which I say, can't you? Anyways. So on off days from working out, if you get your full number of reps in, if you can't get your full number of reps in, you can work out the next day. 2 days in a row. Then take a day off. Then if you get your full reps in, you take another day off. But katas are what you do on your off day. Now, you want to do like little mini kata type stretches at the end of each set of exercises. You want to make sure you're just kind of loosening up in between things. That's why I do that little walk around with my back, going from pushing it forward, doing push-ups. Got to stretch back a little bit and get that posture right. Because having good posture isn't just about, looking good. It's about maintaining heart health, blood circulation, organ health, even kidney health, all affected by posture. Now again, I've said from the beginning that the reason I know so much is either because I'm reincarnated or because I'm tapped into what's called the Akashan field. Either way, take fucking notes. Because my advice has proven very useful on a lot of different fronts. And when it comes to things like this, it wouldn't surprise me if it was yet another thing that I theorized that later got confirmed by medical technology. I've been doing that since I was a kid. Mostly to do with how neurons and brains work. While people were so busy trying to pump medications in the mind. As soon as I learned what a bright line spectrum was in 8th grade science, I had my aha moment. That is exactly how neurokinetic response becomes neurosynaptic response. Take notes. But most of that's been confirmed. But yeah, just to give you an idea of what I was thinking about when I was in 8th grade. What were you thinking about when you were 8th grade? Baseball cards? I don't know. What are the kids doing these days? Pokemon cards. Yeah, that's right. Oh wait, no, they went from Pokemon cards to Pokemon Go. Everybody had to get a cell phone so they could play Pokemon Go. And 5 days later, they got 15 other apps that they just can't get enough of. Anyways. So enough about griping about being old. The key is doing what you got to do to feel young. Because only by doing what you can do to feel young can you prolong your life. And that's not just as far as health goes. What people don't realize is that your life, by and large, depends on your reflexes and your cognizance. If you have low cognition and poor reflexes because you're letting your health decline, chances are, even if your heart doesn't attack and kill you, something else might. Like a wall or a beam or a pole of some sort. Gravity plus spiky sharp thing equals dead you. Because why? Low cognition, low reflexes. You tripped, you fell on something, your head gets split open. You're fucking dead. Just because you became lackadaisical. Just because you let yourself ferment into a grabastic piece of amphibian shit. So it's not just about heart disease, it's not about cardiovascular disease, it's not about diabetes. It's about all of the above, plus from car accidents, on-the-job accidents, to being the person that gets eaten on a safari. Welcome back, welcome back. Sorry for the delay. I was on the phone, but not with who you think. Although I did just try to call them, so they still might call back. I was regretfully 3 minutes late in calling them because I was telephoned by a very attractive young lady who I met at Waffle House. And we were just telling each other our life stories. You know how that be. So, howdy James, are you still here or did you come back? I would say that telephone call went well. I might wind up with something better to do than begging for my wife to come back. Because, yeah, she isn't. Now that was the call I was looking for. Weird doggies. That's all I'm gonna say. basically, he's just checking references now. And it looks like I'm doing good. And that job is going to earn at least $500 a week. At least $500 a week. Long fucking hours, though. Sales job, commission only. 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. There is some limiting shift hours, so I won't be working 12 hours every day, but some days it'll be 12-hour days. I got no problem with that. I just need to make sure my tanks are taken care of before I leave, because being gone for 12 hours, a lot can happen. So I can't be waiting until I see something wrong. I just got to get in a little routine with that. But it's not a physical labor job, it's a sales job, which is good. I think I'm going to do like some push-ups just to celebrate. I don't know. Like I can't wait to get started. I'm going to wait until I get started before I tell you all about what I'm doing, because I don't want to get preempted by anything, any kind of funny business. But I might even just keep it to myself exactly who I'm working for, just to be annoying. But anyways, I am looking forward to this job, because it seems like a lot less stress than car sales. And my learning curve, because of my construction background and real estate and everything else, and the building designs, the modular buildings that I've been doing, and the car sales experience on top of that, plus the experience I'll be gaining there is commensurate to the exact type of applied knowledge I'd need to demonstrate should I ever apply for a business loan myself. So, good times. Anyways, I need to try to find some food to get in my face, because I'm about to start getting hungry. And I don't know what the hell I'm going to drink. I don't really have anything to drink. Probably going to use some tank water. Not that water. That water. Water for the tank as opposed to from the tank. Yes. But anyways, thanks to everyone for their prayers and support, and keep them going, and hopefully this series of interviews now will turn into a job that'll actually get me back where I was 8 years ago. And that's some tall cotton to be shitting in. Let me just put it this way. I told him I need to make $1,200 a week. And he said that was doable. He said the customers are there, and he needs somebody entrepreneurial who knows how to direct call and direct market. I'm all over that shit, okay? Like white on rice, baby. Like white on rice. All over it. I think the grocery store is going to have to take a rain check. Because it is what it is. And this guy kind of jumped to see me. So, doesn't look like he's got a great deal of other positive prospects as far as people who can take the kind of initiative required. But, I don't want to take it for granted that I already have the job until I have the job. So, keep your fingers crossed, keep your prayers going. Whatever it is you do, please do it. And I'm going to go get something to eat now. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the Kata demonstration. And like I said, it's, you know, once you learn the basic cross moves, you can formulate one side to the next, and that stretch to the other side before you turn your head. That really helps your shoulders and your back and your posture and everything. And that's what I do to maintain my limberness. And for, you know, for a guy pushing 40, pretty damn limber, I think. I don't do any extensive training. I don't have like a ballet bar, but I do all right. So if you want to do all right, give it a try.